Top 10 most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the world. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Mob Luxury. Here are the 10 most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the world. Number 10, Chinese Dark Magician, $1,000. Every fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime and manga has their favorite cards. Some people choose their favorite cards while playing the game and experiencing which cards best fit their playing style. Others, however, choose their favorite card based on their favorite cards on the anime. The Dark Magician is without a doubt one of the biggest fan favorites in the history of the franchise. Yugi's favorite card is a lot of fans' favorite cards as well. Needless to say, several versions of this card have been printed to bank on that popularity. One of these versions is the Chinese Dark Magician. Mint condition super rare that can go for around $1,000. Number 9, Ascension Sky Dragon, $1,299. Although not a legendary as our previous entry, this Ascension Sky Dragon PSA 9 super rare mint is a card to be feared by many in their duels for a few facts. First, not only does it have 3,000 defense points, if summoned the right way the card can gain 800 attack points for each card currently in your hand. Yeah, it's a bit overpowered. Power, however, is not the only reason you should fear this card. That is because if you end up playing someone who has this on their deck, it means you are playing someone who shelled out a lot of cash just to play Yu-Gi-Oh, since this card goes for around $1,299. Number 8, Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon, $1,399. One thing is for sure, since the cards on lists are extremely expensive, they're either going to have unbelievable stats that make them a card worthy of being so expensive, or they're going to have some sort of collector's value. Most of the time, they will have both. Chaos Emperor. The Dragon of Armageddon, YCSWEN011, super rare prize card is an example of both. The super rare card has some crazy stats that explains why some people would be willing to spend more than $1,300 to get their hands on it. Not only that, effects aside, it already has starting attack power of 3,000 and a respectable 2,500 defense points. Number 7, Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn, $1,400. Just like our previous entry, Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn Limited YCSWEN008EX, is a super rare card that made its way to the very top when it comes to the marketability of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The main fact here is that this one is the most useful cards you will find in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. If you're someone trying to build a deck around Lightsworn cards, Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn, is a must-have if you want to be on top of your game. It completely unlocks the potential of those decks, as it can help you draw cards as well as destroy your opponent's cards if Minerva gets taken out. Number 6, Crush Card Virus, $2,400. Now this is about as classic as Yu-Gi-Oh cards get. Of course, it is not at the level of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, but Crush Card Virus is that card that most, if not all, Yu-Gi-Oh enthusiasts will be familiar with. It was a staple in the anime as well as one of the cards you were always looking forward to getting when you were playing the Yu-Gi-Oh game, since the card has been present in almost every single one of them. However, while it is a rather common card in the game, the really expensive version of this card is Ultra Rare Limited Edition Near Mint Crush Card Virus, awarded to the winners of the Shonen Jump Championship. Those go from about $2,400 to almost $5,000. Number 5, Necroface, $5,000. This card might not be as widely known as the few others. Nevertheless, fans of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga certainly have memories of this card being played by Dark Bakura against Yugi when they dueled. Pop culture aside, this card is incredibly valuable in the Yu-Gi-Oh market these days. They can go for almost $5,000 online, and there's a good reason for it. First, the Necroface Secret Rare PSA 10 Gem Mint is a very rare card that a lot of collectors would like to get their hands on when we are talking about the Near Mint First Edition. It is also a solid card for the game, as its effects can be considerably increase its attack depending on the conditions of the duel. Number 4, Cyberstein, $5,500. Unlike most of the other cards on the list, Cyberstein is not exactly the kind of card that will win you a duel because of its original stats. Much on the contrary, the card has some surprisingly low stats for a card that is worth the amount of money people are tagging this at. The card's effect, however, is part of why Cyberstein can be so valuable. It is a low-level monster that can literally turn the tables in a duel for its owner. It was also a staple of the anime, which is why it was a prize card given out to the winners of the Shonen Jump Championship. A PSA 10 Gem Mint Shonen Jump prize version of this card can go for about $5,500. Number 3, Armament of the Lethal Lords, $8,000. There was a rumor back in 2007 that a particular Armament of the Lethal Lords card had been sold for more than $1 million. Fortunately for the Yu-Gi-Oh market, which would have been inflated to unprecedented proportions, that turned out to be a lie. Nevertheless, Armament of the Lethal Lords is still one of the most valuable Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the world. It is incredibly rare as it was given to the 2006 World Championship Series winners, but it is almost an overpowered card as it has unconsiderable effect of winning the game for its player if he or she attacks the opponent's life points directly. Number 2, Tournament Blackluster Soldier, priceless. Now we're going into the range of the cards that people can't even put a price tag on. The first one should be known to every single Yu-Gi-Oh fan out there. Not only was this monumental card for Yugi to win some of the most important duels he ever faced, but it was also one of the coolest cards that ever came out of the game. However, this specific tournament Blackluster Soldier cannot be used in a duel because it is the only card of its sort in the world. Yes, this Blackluster Soldier was awarded during the 1999 Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship in Japan and is the only one of its kind, which means its owner can name any price he or she wants for it. Number 1. Tyler the Great Warrior, priceless. While the unique tournament Blackluster Soldier is a priceless card that its owner can tag at any price he or she fits, it is still not the most valuable Yu-Gi-Oh! Card in the world. It doesn't matter how much money the person asks for, or how much they eventually get paid if they sell the card at any point. The most valuable Yu-Gi-Oh! Card in the history of this planet has to be Tyler the Great Warrior. While the other card can give you money, this card meant so much more as it was created in a partnership between the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the 4Kids Entertainment Incorporated, who created this card to honor young Tyler Gressel. Tyler was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan who suffered from undifferentiated embryonal sarcoma and got to design his own Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the next 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.